Hi, I'm Heidi Nord, and I want to thank you so much for signing up for news from the Brilliant Dyslexic. In this video, you're going to learn about the top 5 myths there are about dyslexia. Myth number 1 is that dyslexia does not exist. Dyslexia has been studied by the National Institute of Health in replicated scientific studies. It does actually exist, and in fact, they're even finding that it is genetic. They have done DNA research and have found the actual chromosomes where dyslexia lies. It does in fact exist, and we'll be talking later about why early intervention is really important. Myth number 2, and this one really drives me crazy, is that some students are just lazy, and that's why they're not learning. In my experience, every student wants to learn. It's just that something might be holding them back, and we need to figure out what that is. And dyslexia is the number 1 reason for something holding a student back from learning how to read and write. These students are not lazy. They're the hardest working students in the classroom. Myth number 3 is that you can't test for dyslexia until a student is 8 or 9. While it's true that oftentimes students don't get tested for special ed until they're 8 or 9, it is not true that dyslexia cannot be tested for until then. In fact, it's very important that every kindergartner gets screened for dyslexia because there's so much you can do to help with processing even before a student has difficulty learning how to read and write. Dyslexia can be tested for in children as young as the age of 4. Early intervention is key. Myth number 4 is that children outgrow reading difficulties. This is not true. Children who have reading difficulties actually need to be taught in a different way. They won't outgrow their reading difficulties, but they can learn how to read more easily if they're instructed in the proper way. That is what is true. We need to get proper instruction in our classrooms, and that's why an early diagnosis of dyslexia is so important. Myth number 5 is that more boys are dyslexic than girls. This is not true. In the research of dyslexia, it shows that just an equal amount of boys and girls are dyslexic. There actually is no statistical difference. So it's important to diagnose both boys and girls correctly. Thank you so much for watching this video about the myths about dyslexia. Please go to thebrilliantdyslexic.com for more information about dyslexia. I hope you enjoy your day.